One of the most beautiful style of dances is Baladi dance. I'm receiving a lot of questions from many dancers around the world about this type of dance, the story, the history, how we can do it, and a lot of questions like that. Let's go now, talk about Baladi dance once more again, and I will give you a lot of hidden information and a lot of wonderful things regarding Baladi dance. As much as all Egyptian women love Baladi dance very much, and most of Egyptian women perform this Baladi dance like this, very easy like that, but sometimes for the foreigners, still some hidden points. I would like to talk about it with you and to explain more about all of these hidden points. I received a question from Elana. Dr. Tamer, please can you explain why Baladi is technically not folklore dance? This question is very important, of course, and I believe it needs a lot of points I want to explain to you to let you understand exactly what is Baladi dance and how it's appeared and the story, the history. It is long story and it needs long time until I finish all these points. But let us start very quickly from the history or throughout the history. If we look at ancient Egyptians' time, we haven't any physical evidence regarding Baladi dance in this time long ago, except all of these paintings on the walls inside temples or maybe in some of the papyrus as you saw. The problem is a lot of researchers and teachers, also dancers, try all the time to explain that Baladi dance coming from ancient Egyptians' time. Actually, not. We haven't any physical evidence can tell us exactly that Baladi dance was in this time long ago, except of course all of these types of dances you saw or you watched in all of these paintings on the walls or papyrus, something like that. But until this moment, we still don't know exactly the meaning of these dances. So sometimes we say that it is something about religion, sometimes life, and so on and so on. It needs a lot of deep research to know exactly the meaning of all of these dances. We go through the history now until we reach the Coptic era. We have a little evidence about Baladi dance, but not same as what we are talking about nowadays. It is completely different, but it has a little connection like that. Then we go again through the history until we reach the Islamic era. In the beginning, if we say that in Mamluks era, we can see a lot of evidence regarding Baladi dance. Women in this time were dancing inside their houses or with their friends, sometimes with their families, just to entertainment, something like that. And step by step, suddenly, we find Jawari. When they appeared on the surface of art, Jawari appeared inside the Arabian palaces. In many places, many countries, many cities around the Arabic world. And I'm not talking about the complete society of Jawari, but part of them who are involved in entertainment. I'm not talking about the Baladi as the Baladi what we know now exactly, but they were dancing something we can call it Oriental dancing or belly dancing. It is like that. And this time long ago, step by step, they tried all the time to do this entertainment inside the palaces, and step by step became outside. After some of them had their freedom and began to live outside the palaces. It is like that. All these evidence didn't give us the real meaning of Baladi dance as we are talking about. But How belly dance appeared like that? Actually, I found that it appeared during the Ottoman era, Ottoman Empire, for two reasons. The first reason was exactly that the entertainment, as I told you, women love very much do this entertainment together when they sit together, or with their family, with their families, or a woman with her man, her boyfriend, like this way. It was like that. This is one line or one path. The other path was because women were looking for their freedom, because in this time long ago there were no videotapes or cassettes or DVDs or something like that, but people were hearing the music, keep the music when they go home. Sometimes they whistle or play this music or sang these songs, something like that, inside their homes. And the women dancing, I mean men do something like that, sometimes women yes also, and women dancing on this music like that, or this song like that. Just entertainment, to entertainment, like this way. But in Ottoman era, because of, let me say, the force of men, all the time they like to control everything as usual. For this reason, they began to use the religious as an important part, or they can deal everything around. And also they try all the time to deal with women like this way. Women are their treasure, and they tried all the time to keep their treasure in safe, something like that. For this reason, they found that, let me say, religious, very important, can help them to do something like this. For this reason also, they tried all the time to cover their women, let their women stay at home, never go outside alone, or when his woman want to go outside, she must have someone with her, something like that. Let me tell you, religion didn't say something like this exactly, but they tried as men to control everything around, to show their power, even onto their women like this way. This phenomenon, it is not Egyptian phenomenon, but it is, let me say, Bedouin phenomenon, by the way, and maybe, or could be, someone tried in the beginning of religion like that to spread it everywhere around, just to say that that is his power or something like this, or maybe some or part of the society try all the time to control the society, same as most of the societies around the world, something like this. But anyway, we go back again, it was something like that. Women suddenly found themselves inside this cage, and they cannot go outside. Where is their freedom? For this reason, they found that Baladi dancing can be very easy to do at home, to feel entertainment. Once more again, women sit together, play together, one of them jump in front of them, try to do some acts, maybe she can imitate her husband or her boyfriend or another woman, something like this. It was something like that. But you have to know something. The Baladi dance, when it appears like this way, women try all the time to show the beauty of their body. Of course, when women sit together, they cannot show each other the beauty of their bodies, but when woman sit with her man, she try to show him how beautiful her body is, how she can move in flexibility like this way to attract him. It was something like this at the beginning, until now, by the way, but it is like that. When women together, of course, not all of them try to show how her body is beautiful than the others. Maybe in somehow, something like that, but not all the time. So, belly dance began to appear like this way, what we are doing now, because of these two paths. As I told you, the first way was the entertainment, the second, and the beauty of her body, to show her body, of course. The second is freedom. step by step, because in this time was allowed for awalim to enter the houses, especially women's awalim. They can enter the houses, watch it. Suddenly someone of them saw this type of movements, Baladi dancing, and in the end one of them tried to do it or to act it the same but outside the houses. I mean the awalim in the streets maybe, or in one of the stages in Egypt. It was like that, and step by step became famous around Egypt, and step by step became famous around the world. Later became famous around the world. This is very quickly the story, the history of Baladi dance. If we look at this exactly, how we can say now if it is folklore dance or not. As we know, every society has their own type of dances, what we call it folkloric dance or folklore dance. These types of dances, the movements of these types of dances, the society choose, the people in the society choose exactly these dance steps which belongs to them regarding to the habits and beliefs and works, yes, also the type of works, yes, also. Altogether, of course, the geographical area and the climate influenced these types of movements too. Anyway, I'm not go through this exactly, or I don't want to push you inside this exactly, but all these points influences the folkloric dance. How the folkloric dance steps appeared like that. Many people in the society have these types of work with their beliefs exactly and the way they live exactly. Sometimes they do or they act in a special way. This special way exactly born this type of movements, and people love very much to imitate it like this way, so they collected them together, they gathered them, all of these types of movements, and in the end they created this type of choreography. Sometimes we can find 2 steps only or 3 steps only, can be from the beginning until the end. The dancers can do inside this folkloric dance, which sometimes we feel it boring, and sometimes yes also can be only 1 step, which it is much more boring. It is like that. The performers of these societies do it, but the societies understand them quite well. So we cannot say that it is boring for them, but sometimes it's boring for us as a dancers or as a people or audience coming to them, going to them, visiting them. Sometimes we feel it is boring. We need much more to watch or to see, something like that. But for them, it is not boring, of course, because it belongs to them. This is the folkloric dance, how it's appeared very quickly like that. And sometimes we can find 1 solo dancer inside a group of dancers in folkloric dances, also sometimes 2, and sometimes all of them, which it is common around the world, all of them dancing together. It is like that. But what about the Baladi dance? If we say that Baladi dance, 1 person dancing in front of the other, sometimes 2 persons together, women dancing in front of the group, I mean her family or their family, like that. It is not exactly the same, or it hasn't the same way of folkloric dance. But if we go throughout history, sometimes we can find something appeared, or a special type of dance appeared at the beginning, and step by step became common. Then suddenly everyone do it, which became now looks like a folkloric dance, folklore dance. It is like that. This is exactly the way of the Baladi dance, if we say that, how it can be in folklore dance. Actually, Baladi dance has not too much dance steps. This is number 1. Number 2, it needs exactly the flexibility of the body and the beauty of the body, which it needs exactly some 60 dance steps or much more 60 dance steps with flexibility of the body the dancer can do, or the performer can do in a front, or can act in a front of her group. It is like that, which it is very close, yes, also again to the folklore dance. But in the beginning was not, because it was inside houses until it became outside. So we can say from one hand, it is a type of folklore dance developed inside houses, but belongs women. And by the way, it was belongs women only, not men. But step by step or later, men began to act like this way. But anyway, it is like that. It was inside houses, and step by step became outside. When it became outside, step by step became inside the folklore dance. And as I'm always say that Baladi dance is the main door or the main gate for either the Oriental dancing or belly dancing, because belly dancing have full of seduction dance steps, which coming from Baladi dance. But Oriental dancing have full of folkloric dance steps with a little of seduction dance steps. So this is exactly the way I'm talking about, which it is exactly the Baladi dance is the main door for either Oriental dancing or belly dancing. I know exactly that some of you will say that belly dancing, this term coming from America, from States, of course, as you know. I'm not talking about this exactly. It is type of seduction dance steps which was long ago in Egypt and in many other places, many other countries around the world, but we created like this way under this term or without this term until this term appeared, and then we use it like that. No problem in this. So this is exactly the way of the Baladi dance. I'm not talking also about Oriental dancing as the meaning of this term, because I know exactly how this term appeared. I explained it to you several times about it. By the way, I will be my next lecture will be about the Golden Era, and all these points related to the Golden Era. I will give this lecture in Cairo Mirage next month, June. So if you have any opportunity to be with us, of course you will have a lot of fun times, and you will meet a wonderful dancers, yes, also, and teachers, and of course you will get all these points, I mean this information regarding the Golden Era, and of course I will explain much more about the belly dance and how this belly dance exactly changed the way of the Golden Era in this time. This is very important lecture. I would like all of you to be with me to have this information about it. So this is exactly very quickly the information regarding the Baladi dance, which I hope you like it. And if this is the first time watching this video, or this is the first time visiting the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. And if you have any question, please write me, and I will either create a video about it, or I will answering you below. And also I will be waiting for your comments, and if you have any comments, please write me down. I'll be waiting for it. Thank you very much, and I will be waiting for you in the next video.